early this week when you're on Get Up in NFL Live, you said, man, oh man, you got to be really careful, you're the Cleveland Browns, about giving this guy a big-time, long-term contract. How much now do you say to yourself, yep, I may have been completely right by saying I would give pause to that if I'm the Cleveland Browns regarding Baker Mayfield and our future together?
Freddie, for all the football fans listening this morning, do yourself a favor and Google Bill Parcells' commandments of being a quarterback. It's a must-read, and there's wisdom that goes back 30 years, and the essence of it is you got to be a battlefield commander. You absorb blame, and you deflect and give out credit. That's what leaders do. It's always your fault, and when you win, it's because you have great teammates and coaches, and that's what a battlefield commander does. And everything he just did is the antithesis of that. If we go back 2 weeks ago, I know there was a lot of trouble with OBJ there, and I'm not saying that his dad's video is the reason he's no longer a Brown, but that certainly didn't help. His wife puts a post on Instagram calling out his teammates, and then he calls out the fans. Like, that's the opposite. Like, things aren't going well. You got to absorb it. When you're the privilege of a starting NFL quarterback, you got to eat it all. You know, like, one of the many things that people that are around Tom Brady every day, I mean, every day, every walkthrough, every practice, every meeting, he brings energy. That's one of his many superpowers, and he will literally tell a coach, an equipment guy, hey, plug into me. Like, I got you today. And that's the way he's been for 20 plus years. And with Baker, like, we get it. You're hurt. Things aren't going great. But this is a time for you to, like, claim that mantle. And the thing that's really disappointing, Freddie, to me is this. 2 weeks ago, they're driving into Foxborough. No Kareem Hunt, no Nick Chubb. And we're playing the Patriots, a really good team on the road. If I'm Andrew Berry, a really good young GM of the Cleveland Browns, and Kevin Stefanski, their head coach, this is an opportunity to say, like, okay, like, let's see greatness today, Baker. You carry us to a really important road win. And he came up really short in that game. He got hurt. He wasn't that effective. And to me, when you look at the on-field performance and the off-field intangibles, I'm not so sure that a healthy Case Keenum right now doesn't give them as much of a chance to win. And I don't mean to diminish his skills, because Baker has a really good arm. He's accurate. He throws with anticipation. But right now, I was just so disappointed in some of the things that he said.
Here's the deal with Baker Mayfield, and to me, this is not my truth. These are the facts that have been presented to us based on his play. When an offense is not built around you and you're the number one pick in the draft, that tells me all I need to know about how the Browns feel about you. When you are the number one pick in the draft as a quarterback, they're expecting a dude. They're expecting John Elway. They're expecting Patrick Mahomes. They're expecting that you're going to be the leader of this organization, not just doing Progressive insurance commercials, not being a complimentary piece. That's not what Baker Mayfield is supposed to be, in my opinion, when it comes to being the Cleveland Browns. And when the Browns tell you we're going to be a run-first team and the quarterback's going to be a complimentary part, that tells me that the Cleveland Browns are like, maybe we got to have some reservations about a guy, even though we drafted him overall number one in the NFL draft. Because Josh Allen got his money from the Buffalo Bills, was not drafted number one. Lamar Jackson getting his money from the Baltimore Ravens, not even close to being a top 15 pick, and he's been able to justify the Ravens having that selection of him. If you're Baker Mayfield, when are you going to make that big throw that people will say, yep, that's why the Browns should give you that kind of money? And that's what I'm talking about. That is the devil that you better know who he is and what he is. The Browns are telling us, Mike, this is who he is, and this is what we're going to do, and we're not going to worry about if he has to be better than that. We can't expect him to be better than that, because that's not how we're going to win football. And anytime they want a Baker Mayfield, name the last great throw Baker Mayfield has made that decided a game.
Yeah, no. Freddie, I totally agree with you. And again, like, to me, everything you're saying is what I was thinking. If I was running the Browns, everything you're saying is what's going through my mind when I'm going from the hotel to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough 2 weeks ago and saying, here's your opportunity. You're right. It's not about the Progressive commercials. It's not about OBJ this or the running back that. It has nothing to do. Carry us to a win. Carry us to a crucial AFC win. Go make that throw in the third quarter when they're blitzing you. And he had an opportunity to do that, and he didn't. And, like, to me, that was a very significant game and a very significant time, because they were missing two great players. And I think what you're saying is completely accurate.
He's Mike Tannenbaum and Freddie coming in for Keyshawn, Jable, and Max on ESPN Radio, the ESPN app, and ESPN2. You can tweet us anytime you want, part of the Dr. Pepper Twitter feed at ESPN Radio. Mike's handle at Real Tannenbaum, my handle at Coleman ESPN. And this is not a bashing on Baker Mayfield situation. I don't want that to come across. But I've always been a firm believer, and I love the fact that you referenced to have people Google the Bill Parcells book when it comes to that. I love that because now all of a sudden now you got to say to yourself, if this is not going to be the guy, then what do we got to think about in terms of a contract? And then, Mike, you know this, that's when things can get really, really messy. When a guy believes that he should be on a similar paying path that other guys in his draft class have, but yet you look at him saying you have complete reservations about that. That's where things could really get sticky between Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns.
Oh, no question about it, because his expectations will be, very significant. And they've done a great job. They've extended Chubb and Hunt and recently extended Wyatt Teller. They have a lot of good young players. I would make sure that nucleus is taken care of. And again, I think they've done a great job of acquiring a lot of good players. I just wouldn't overpay Baker Mayfield.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.